Peter, opportunity recognition for startups. How do you see that?
Well, my own expertise in this is born out of the fact that I am a startup now for the last 6 months or so.
Yeah. Okay.
And therefore, it's still wet clay for me. But I think I'm a believer in that guy, the Jim Collins good to great thing. He has this great sort of Venn diagram of 3 interlocking circles. And the one of them is like, what can you be best at? So in my case, I've had a lot of experience in the innovation space. I'm completing a PhD there, and at some level, I'm an expert at that. The next thing is, what are you passionate about? And that in this case, those two things are the same for me. I don't really separate. I don't really separate life from work in a way. I'm very interested in innovation. And the other thing is, what sort of drives the economic engine, and is there a business model that can be created? I think if individuals who find themselves, for one reason or another, buffeted by the economic circumstances and with a bit of cash but uncertain about the future, then they've got to take a hard look at where the areas of their expertise might find some traction in either the business to business or business to consumer community. I mean, I generally think though that you can fuel those things. You can sort of turbocharge your search by going to a lot of things. If you were to ask me, if somebody gets made redundant, I would definitely think they should take some, build some time out for themselves. And for instance, go to those exhibitions like this CeBIT thing that's on in Munich at the moment, to look around and fuel their imagination about what's going on. Because the first thing that happens, I think, with redundancy or these situations is a kind of a dread and a fear and a whole cocktail of negative associations. And yet, the fact that you've part company with an organisation can and should be a liberty or an emancipation, because in a way being tied to I was talking to a teacher this morning over coffee, and it's a sort of a slow death in a way, even though there's a security about it, but there's an intensity around the sheer humdrum regularity of it. Whereas, when you get a chance to plough your own furrow, you have this sense of liberation. You can choose the battles you fight and the places you go and the things that you take on, etc. So that would be my advice, to take some time out to really give the thing some serious thought, and to go to exhibitions, to go to lectures, to go to basically get out and network and get into LinkedIn and reconnect with people and meet people and talk to people and see the sort of pinch points in areas. So for me, coming back to work in Dublin, meeting a lot of people to see where are the little shortcomings in the innovation things, what are the things that people are finding difficult to deliver, how to convert raw ideas into tangible innovation assets is a very difficult thing. That would be my advice.